Hello everyone, welcome back to Cybertix. So we are on day 7 challenge of TryHackMe Advent of Cyber, where today we are going to see and understand about log analysis, how we can enumerate and sort out based on our preferences. Before starting today's challenge, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because many more amazing videos are going to come. Let's get started with our today's challenge. So let's start with our today day 7 challenge where we are going to learn about log analysis. I will give you a scenario over here. So a lot of unusual traffic is detected again. A large bandwidth of data was being sent outside the network. Given this, the security team started analysis the proxy log. Now, what do we mean by proxy log? So before we analyzing a dataset of proxy logs, let's just first revisit what log files are. So let me get into the cd desktop. Okay, desktop slash and add artifacts, and then let me just check what are the files are there. Okay, and cat access.log. And then now what do we mean by log primer? They had given a particular example over here, so let's just understand with the help of the field value and the description which they had given over here. So a log file is like a digital trail of what's happening behind the scenes in a computer or a software application. It records important events, actions, errors, or information as they happen. It helps diagnose problems, monitor performance, and record what a program or application is doing. For the more clarity, they had given the example that is about the source IP. Now they had given the first part, there is a source IP, the source that initiated the HTTP request. Now the second part where the details are there about the date and time, which we called as a timestamp. The date and time when the event has occurred in that particular logs. And then there is a HTTP request which might be a get based, post based, put, delete, and also the actual HTTP request made, including the request method, URL, and the HTTP versions will included in these HTTP request part. And then there is another field which we call the status code. Now in this particular example, they had given a status code of 200, which means that there is a success response. There might be a different status codes as well, that like 403, 500 internal server error, etc, etc. After that, there is a user agent header, the user agent used by the source of the request. So what do we mean by proxy server? I will just give you an overview of it. A proxy server is an intermediary between your computer devices and the internet. When you request the information to access some particular web pages, your device is connected to the proxy server instead of connecting directly to the target server. The proxy server sends forward the request to the internet, receives the response and sends back to your devices. This is how it's going to work. Now, why do we need a proxy servers? It enhances the visibility into our network traffic and user activity, since it logs all the web applications requests and responses over there. So let's just directly jump over the solutions of the task, and then we'll understand about what do we mean by cut. So let's just directly learn about the cut only. So oh man, what just happened over here? Yeah, so what do we mean by the cut command? The cut commands allowed use to extract specific sections of the log. It means that we will have multiple columns in the field over here. Now, suppose if I wanted to get some fields of HTTP server and the source IP, we can use a column names and the field which we are using over here. Now, in the given labs, they had given a multiple sections and the multiple positions over here. There are total 8 positions. On the first position, they had given a timestamp, and the second position, they had given a source IP. And then similarly, a third one where they had given a domains and the port, and after that, HTTP method, and then HTTP URL, status code, response size, and user agent. Now, suppose if I wanted to get only the first and 3 columns, I will use cut-d to get some extra spaces over them, and -f tag, which we are going to select the position number over there. So I'm getting 1, 3, and 6 from the access.log file. So 136 position will be a timestamp, domain and port, and 6, that is a status code. And as you can see, the output, timestamp, state, domain and port, and the status code they had given as an output. Now, what do we mean by Linux pipes? Pipe and the grep command are very useful. Now the pipe command, it will be that we can use a two commands at the same time. Now the output of the first command will be taken as an input for the second command. This is how the pipe will work over here. So let's get jump into our particular solution questions. Let me just clear this particular terminal, and then we can start. How many unique IP addresses are connected to the proxy server? So I have made a particular command, and I will explain you with that. So with the help of clipboard, I'm going to use copy and paste. Yeah. So cut hyphen d command which we are using, we are making a space between them, and hyphen f2. It means that we are using a position 2 over here. So let me get back to over here. Position 2 is of source IP address, and access.log which we have to use that particular file. Sort means it will sort out the particular logs based on the ascending order. Unique means it will remove those duplicate entries again and again, because in the logs there will be hundreds and thousands of duplicate entries will be there. So we will use a unique hyphen c, sort hyphen n with the proper order, and word count of the list. So let me just hit enter and check it out. Okay, so there are total 9. So to understand about like what do we mean by 9, so let me just remove this word count and see. Yeah, these are the entries, and we can see that they had sorted in the ascending order, where the greatest number over here is this 5802 and 4974, and it all are unique. If I remove the unique, there will be a long number of list over there. So the solution is 9 over here. So we will enter it over here. Yes. So now let's get to the second question. How many unique domains were accessed by all the our workstations? So it will be same, but over here we have to use the third column over here. So let me just use this. Yes. Hyphen F3. So F3 will be domain and port, and grabbing using the pipe and using that particular output. Again I'm adding the colon over here just to separate those two fields, and f1 with the timestamp, unique, and the sorting out that particular, and using the word count. So we got the word count of 111. So there are total 111 unique domains which we had entered. So for your better learning, let me just remove that word count over here so you can understand. See, these are the domains where total will be 111 unique domains. There will be a multiple domains entries in this particular log. Now coming to the another questions, let me just clear that terminal over here so you can get a better view. What status code is generated by the HTTP request to the least access domains? So let me just use a partner services because it is used by the Microsoft. So yeah, you can see what was the status code is generated. So you can see the status code over here, that is 503. So let me put over here 503 and check. Yes, it is correct. Based on high counts of the connection attempts, what is the name of the suspicious domain? So now to check it out, let me just use this cut hyphen d. F2 means our domain and ports and the status codes over here. So coming to the clipboard, again pasting, copy and paste over here. Let me just hit enter. So you can see the domain is prostling.bigbadstash.thm. So let me just enter links dot big bad stash 𝑚.thm. Okay, it's bug, it's big. Yes. What is the source IP address of that workstation that access the malicious domain? So it is 10.10.185.225. Let me just paste it. Okay. How many requests are made on the malicious domain in total? Now, to check it out, we have to use a grep posting that particular domain access.log and head. How many counts are there? So let me just hit enter over here. So we will get the queries over here. Okay, I had not pasted over here. So let me just click paste, copy, F, enter. Okay, cool. We have got some details over here with the goodies here. So, but before that, we have to solve this query question, right? So we need to check the word count over here. So let me copy this, paste it, and check. So there are total 1581. So there are total 1581 requests has been made on this malicious domain. Now, having retrieved the exfiltrate, what is the hidden flag? So let me just clear the terminal once again. And now to check what are the flags are there. So I need to use a frostlink big bash because this is the malicious domain. And let me check the first 5 uh, unique domains over here. So let me just, yeah, you can change the number over here. You can 5 to 7 or whatever the things which you want. You can see this is the timestamp, this is the IP address, and this is the domain and port, and there is a request and parameter and goodies equal to where there is one particular value is entered over here. So now how we can check it, how many entries are there? So let me just grab this particular malicious domain and cut with the F5 position. So copy, paste, and hit enter. Yeah, these are the things. Now I guess this is a base 64. So let me just decode it. So base 64, and after I have to use a decode value over here, base 64 hyphen d. So hyphen d. Now you have to check it manually where there any kind of flags or not. So okay, oh yeah, I got that. Copy, pasting it to clipboard, and copy, and yeah, okay, we had not submitted the previous questions also. So yeah, it was really easy. We just need to understand how the cut command is being used and what is the meaning of the pipe and how it is being used in our one liners also. So I hope you understand how we can analyze the log with the help of Linux command, that is cut, pipe, and grep. Analyzing the log is an important part in an organization to detect what malicious activity has been performed after the attack was happened. If you have any kind of queries, you can ask in our Telegram community channel. I'll share you the link, and I will see you in the next video. Till that time, goodbye.